Hi guys, it's been a while since I've done a sit-down video. Usually it's just shorts or lives. But Nikki, one of the OG angels, wrote me a message and basically asked me some questions about like the future of the queendom, my future of my career, and she wanted me to either respond in a video or live. So I'm gonna do a video. So she asked me why I want to be famous, what I'm willing to sacrifice, what I'm not willing to sacrifice, my ultimate goal, and am I willing to slowly like sell my soul? And I want to talk about just like the industry in general because she said that it's very wicked and the Cassie stuff, the Diddy stuff, which what happened with them was there's not enough words to explain it in depth the way I want to, but I will say this. Women out there, if a man is abusing you, do not hesitate to kill him because the law will never give you the justice that you deserve. Other than that, what I'll say my ultimate goal is, and this is going to bring in Venom, the next album coming out September 9th, and this is where we're getting to like the precipice of what the next, 15 years of my career is going to look like. I've talked about this in my book, The Mastermind and the Book of Ezra, my last two books. I was put here on earth to inspire change through my music, through my art, through my persona. Art is the most important thing to me in this world, more important than family, friends, more important than anything because this is my purpose. So when we talk about the industry and these things that other people have to do, nobody on earth that's ever lived has had a connection to art the way I do. And that's just how I feel about it. I am very hands-on in every aspect of everything that I do. I'm extremely creative, more than any person to come before me and more than any person to come after me. The ultimate goal is not only to break every record, which I will. I want to bring in a new era, which this is my purpose. This is why I was put here, to bring in a new era of the new world. That's why when you see the imagery for Venom, the gray square is the old world, the white circle is the new world. When you see me on the red carpets or you see me in the music videos from here on out, this is my symbol. You know how Rock Nation does this and it's associated with the Illuminati? This is the feminine. This is the void. This is literally the shape of the womb. Everything needs to surround abundance, creativity, philosophy, enlightenment, divine femininity. And I've been building this world with my books, my music videos, my music, my art in general, my short films, all of it is connected. And the ultimate goal is through this process, I will change the world. And the reason why I want to get signed now is because I need the biggest platform possible so I can have as much attention on me. So when I speak my truth, when I tell people this is what we need to do to move forward, when I am encouraging people, when I'm showing people as a Black woman, even being an example for other younger people that come after me, I need to have as much eyes on me as possible so the message can hit as many people as possible. So that's why I changed my mind about me wanting to sign to a company. I have my morals and my principles, and I'm not willing to do rituals and sacrifices. I do believe in some type of hoodoo, some type of magic and stuff like that, but as a personal practice. See, this is the thing. Magic is everything. I'm extremely anti-religious, and I've listed the reasons multiple times, and it's in my book, The Book of Ezra, available on Amazon. These institutions control you and they tell you everything that's demonic that is actually powerful and good for you to use. Anything can be used for evil because everything's just a tool. It depends on your intention. And I do believe in practices that were given to us by our ancestors, me being Black. And I believe in manifestation and I believe in alchemy. But this is a personal practice. This is the problem with people when they get into this industry. They underestimate their own power and they put other things before themselves. So they have to get in these groups to do group rituals. And that's where it starts to get demonic and stuff like that. When you start sacrificing people. I'm not willing to do that and I will never do that. I'm never going to be in that type of vibe because quite frankly, I'm better than those people and I'm better than that. So I'm not going to go to the Illuminati side. My side is that of enlightenment. My people, my community, I'm building a community that's based on passion, creativity, enlightenment, art, and everything that is good so we can make change and get to a place where everything is the way it's supposed to be. Slowly, as the rollout for Venom comes out, you'll see more imagery, you'll see more themes. I'll talk about it more. But I don't believe in the selling your soul thing because this is the thing. I know I'm above the program. They say nobody's above the program. I am. I'm not going to have to sell my soul to do anything, to get anything done that I need to get done because I was fated to be on this path and do what I need to do for my people. And my people is just not Black or just women. It's everybody who wants to be in the new world and have an experience of ascension. So I'm not going to have to sell my soul. I don't believe in that. People who have to do that don't have enough power within themselves to get to where they need to go. All I need is the platform because when I tell you, when I get signed or whatever, however I blow up, when I go viral, whatever, I am going to be so big and massive because people just need to see my face and feel my energy and they're going to recognize me because I've been reincarnated so many times on this earth as the same thing that I am now, a philosopher and an artist. And my purpose has transcended timelines and lifetimes. And I know this sounds crazy. Where's my clip at? But this is the truth. This is my life. And I've never been more sure about anything. So why do I want to be famous? Because I'm creating a community and a movement that is so powerful and so big that people need to hear my voice. People need to feel my feeling and they need to wake up because I want to wake people up because they're so easily controlled. And the way things are going, especially modern day politics, the world is so divided. And I want to bring everybody together to what life should be, which everything should be centered around divinity, philosophy, the feminine, not the patriarchal shit that we live in now where it's just war, famine, and chaos everywhere. And art is a universal language. That's why, and I touch so many people. When I did my last live performance, this woman came up to me and she's like, can I hug you? You just touched so many souls and she's never met me before. And I have people who listen to me in Japan. I have people who listen to me in Mexico, in Brazil, Ireland, South Africa, Philippines, Thailand, Turkey, places where they don't even speak English. And it's because my movement, my energy, my persona transcends all of that. It's above all of that. I am above the program because I am here to bring change. That is my purpose. I'm here to wake people up. And that's why it's so important that everything goes how it's meant to go. And there's no deterrence or, how do I say? There's nothing that can hold me back. These corporate machines, everybody is going to bow down to me. And that's just what it is. I'm not going to have to go through the ropes that other people go through. These humiliation rituals, getting sucked in because I am a star now, presently. Simple. I didn't come to Los Angeles looking for this city to make me a star. I didn't start YouTube or do this, looking for this to give me purpose. I was born with this purpose. I have spiritual gifts that I've had since I was a very young child. I'm destined for greatness. My success is inevitable. And everybody and every entity, everything will respect me. They have to recognize me. That is just what it is. Because I've been here before. I've done this already. And my journey in this lifetime, everything will be complete. There will be change in my lifetime. People will wake up in my lifetime. I'm here to bring that to people. I'm here to wake people up. When I tell you, the reason why art is so important is because it brings everybody together. Music, visual art, everything, it all brings everybody together because don't matter the language, the race, the sex, the gender, the political ideologies, everybody can relate to something that makes you feel something. And I want to make people feel good. I want to make people feel empowered. I want to make people feel like they belong. That's why when I even thought about what I want to name my fans, the angels, because I want y'all to understand the people who are within my community are supreme. I want people to understand that they are supreme, to live in their highest timeline, their highest form, their highest self. I'm here to let people know that the things that they tell you that, oh, humans are just flawed and you'll never be nothing and all these things that we hear that we're just bound to sin and we can't, it's inevitable and all these other things. You can do whatever you put your mind to in this lifetime. You are greater than any of these systems that hold you back. And that's why in every single mode, whether it's my books, my music, my creative direction when it comes down to the music videos and the short films, whether it's just the imagery and the photos that I put together, the fonts, everything, it's all coming to a center of the central idea that we are greater than what we're going through right now as a collective, as a globe, as a world, and that I'm here to guide everybody out, literally. And that is why I just posted about this yesterday. And I'm sorry if this is all over the place. I've never had to vocalize this before, but I'm glad that she brought this up. And this is why you see people who are big, and I'm big regardless of like what it looks like on the outside, regardless of my subscribers. Other people, they're so disconnected from this world. They don't even respond to their fans like this. They don't respond to their community like this. But it's so important for me to build trust with my audience and for them to feel like they're a part of this journey, because this is a journey that is going to take all of us to get people on the right side of history. When you see everything that's going on in the world, it has to come to an end, or the world is going to consume itself. Literally, even the looming threats of nuclear war, we are going to destroy this earth if we keep on this path. And that's why everybody needs to just be brought back to the ground and just come together. The only thing that can unify us is art. That's the only thing that can bring us together. No matter what, even if people don't like the art, they can respect it as something that is culturally significant. So I'm not going to sell my soul. I don't have to do that. Everything is going to fall in line the way it's supposed to go. And this is not delusion, like they be saying, oh, you got to be delusional. I know my purpose. I understand where I'm going in this life and what I was put on earth to do. I was selected to do this job. The thing I was going to say I posted about the other day is me looking back on my documentary, the Against All Odds documentary, of me being homeless and going through all these trials and tribulations. I've lived so many lives within my 21 years because I need to be able to relate to everybody that's going to, be in this community, be in this collective, to be able to have empathy because I've been through these things. I'm here to save the world. That is the bottom line. I'm not going to have to do all of these sacrifices and all these things. I don't believe in doing magic, manifestation, alchemy, or any of the spiritual things with other people. I don't believe in that because that's when it gets wicked, because there's too many different energies and intentions within this circle of people, and a lot of greedy, blood-hungry, bloodlustful people. You don't know their intentions. I don't trust anybody or anything. And she talked about, I'm not close to my family. I'm not that close to my family, but I'm close to my father. And, the thing that's going to keep me grounded, I don't think that fame is going to get to my head. Nobody can tell me nothing today. And I am not in the best position possible. And let's just say that. Okay? So nobody can tell me anything today. But the reason why I am the way I am, and the reason why I know I'm going to stay humble or whatever, is because, how do I say this? One, I've been through so much in this life that the validation of other people and like the fandom and like people like screaming my name and stuff, that's never going to overshadow the vision. The goal is not to have people love me and be obsessed with me. The goal is for people to listen to me and be impacted by what I'm saying. And I feel like those are two different things. Plus, none of this shit phases me, because people I don't know how to explain it. I have so much internal validation that like external validation is not going to move me. I'm already that bitch. So like 10,000 more people saying that is not going to be like, oh, now I really feel like that. I feel like when people get into this fame thing, they're very vulnerable and they put all their eggs in one basket and they're insecure. So that's why the fame gets to their head, because they weren't anybody before the fame. I am already somebody before the fame. I am already the master of reality before the fame. So I don't need the fame to tell me anything about myself, because I'm already that bitch. I don't know how else. I'm not that good at explaining things on the fly. But I don't have any fears that I'm not going to stay humble and whatever. I have too much kindness in my heart to think that I am like better than like people who are in need or something like that. I am better than a lot of people, but not in a way where it's just like, oh, because you're poor, I'm better than you, or because you're disabled, I'm better than you, because I've lived those lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I have the perspective of coming into, how do I say, do something good. A lot of people want to take from this space that is fame. I want to give to this space. Okay, let me draw it out, because I don't even fucking know at this point. When you enter this orb that is fame, people want something from this. They want validation. They want money, which, trust me, I'm going to get the money. I want the money. They want this to make them something. I'm over here, infiltrating here, to bring something out of here back to the people that I'm with, the community, the queendom, the angels. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using this fame as a platform to get my message out, to change the world. I'm not just going to be stuck in this bubble of fame where, that's why people say they're so disconnected from reality, they're tone deaf. I don't want to stay in this bubble of fame mentally. I want to use this fame to get my point across. I have the plan, I just need the platform, essentially what Young Thug said. I know this is not the best explanation possible, but yes, this is all I have. And another thing about this, humility or whatever, I am so appreciative of being able to have this community and have people listen to me and really understand me, because growing up, nobody understood me and nobody listened to me. So I feel like that's also a thing that I don't want to stay humble, because I'm not a humble person. I'm just a real ass bitch. That's what it is. I don't feel like humility is needed. I just feel like clarity of mind and objectivity when it comes down to all of this is needed. And I'm very objective when it comes down to this, and I can see all sides. I have empathy and logic. I don't need to be humble because I'm better than everybody. That's just what it is. It has nothing to do with the fans or how much people love me. I just know that I'm better, and you have to feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I will always be grateful though. I feel like gratitude and humility is not in the same range. It's two different lanes, similar but not the same. You know what I'm saying? So I will always be grateful because I see how I have an impact on people, and I am grateful that people are willing to listen to me, and that my fans are able to get me to a place where I can make money off of my art. That's all I've wanted my entire life. Before I realized my purpose is to be able to live my life how I want to, like making art and make money off of it, and not to have to work for somebody else, because I'm autistic and it's very hard to work for somebody else. So that is why I'm always gonna be grateful, because without the fans, you are nothing, because the fans are the reason why you're here. And the fans, even though I'm making pennies right now, I'm still grateful because the people who listen to my music, buy my merch, everything, they're still adding to the foundation of the community. You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand without the fans, you're nothing, because I understand that on a corporate level, without the employees, your company is not existent, or the consumer. So I understand I'm not taking advantage of people and not, using people kindness for weakness and all that. But I don't feel like I need humility. I just need to understand that logically. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a company without the consumer. You don't have a fan base without the fans. You don't have money without the people who's giving you money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And the whole Cassie thing, that's why I'm so glad I'm going into fame with a man already that is not a freak. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to protect me in a lot of situations. And I'm not saying Cassie is dumb, bro. But I'm grateful for my experience being a stripper, and I'm grateful for my experience being from where I'm from, knowing game. I'm just going to say it like that. I don't really think I can be conned in the way that Cassie was conned. Or because I just understand men and how they operate, and because they're very primal and they're very manipulative and selfish, and I don't want validation from men. I want validation from money. When I invest, put the money in ATM, take money out ATM. That's all I really care about. And he wasn't even doing nothing for her. Like, he stopped all her projects from coming out, stopped her whole music career, and I don't want to say I want the validation for money. That was kind of a joke. What I'm saying is, a man is never going to run me. When I tell you, I will give all this shit up and start from scratch before that happens. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had nothing. I can go back to having nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the Cassie thing happening to me. Pray for Cassie though. She pregnant, have to go through all this shit with Diddy. I hope they kill Diddy. I'm sorry. I hope they put Diddy in prison until he dies of natural causes.